Welcome to our tutorial for our daily review, question 14. And question number 14 is giving us practice with inequalities. Those are our greater than or less than values. And also giving us practice with our integers, which we worked on in question 13, integers being positive or negative whole numbers. In this case, we get the opportunity to determine which number of two numbers is the largest, which is the smallest, and to figure out how much space is between those two numbers. A quick reminder for us that inequalities simply compare the values, or another way to think about that is the sizes of two or more numbers. That's our greater than or less than. We are asking those questions, which of the two or more numbers is greater and which of the two or more numbers is smaller or less than the others. One of the great tools that we have to work with inequalities is a number line, and so that's included in question 14, and I'm going to use that here down below and give us a little bit of information for this. One of the things that's really nice about a number line when working with our inequalities is that as long as you've set up the number line correctly, it will help you identify which number is larger and which number is smaller. And that is because our positive numbers go to the right, our negative numbers go to the left, and 0 goes right in the middle. And as long as we've set up our number line that way, the larger number will always be to the right-hand side, and the smaller number will always be to the left-hand side. So when you put two numbers on a number line, you can very quickly see which number is the largest number and which number is the smallest number, simply by looking for which number is towards the right, that's the larger number, and which number is towards the left, that's the smaller number. We're going to look at this with a few different examples today, but let's go ahead and start with a really nice and easy example that gives us some practice but also proves what we just described. In this case, we have the numbers 6 and 0, and I've placed those numbers on the number line. Well, according to what we just described, we said the larger number is always to the right and the smaller number is always to the left. And hopefully we all recognize that 6 is greater than 0. That's a pretty easy one for us. We know that 6 is more than 0. One thing to make sure that you're thinking about is that you can also write this inequality statement in another way, because since 6 is greater than 0, we could also describe this as 0 being less than 6. And both of those inequalities are describing exactly the same thing. Notice again that our smaller number is to the left and our larger number is to the right. It doesn't matter how you're choosing to write that down. As long as we're using our number line, it will follow that rule. The last thing we're asked to do for this is to write the distance between those 2 points, so we can simply count how many spaces are between 0 and 6, and that's pretty easy. We have 6 spaces in between 0 and 6. Let's go ahead and look at another example. This time we're going to use a positive number and a negative number. Now we have 3 and negative 4 that are being compared. And although a lot of you probably already know the answer to this question, it can be a little bit tricky. The reason that this can be a little bit tricky is because the digits, or what those numbers look like, don't necessarily always represent their values. So we're used to seeing 4 being a larger number than 3. However, we know that this is not just a 4, it's a negative 4. And so we know that 3 is the farthest number to the right, so that makes it our largest number. And 4 is the farthest to the left, that makes it our smallest number. So we could write down 3 is greater than negative 4. And we also described that we could write this kind of in the opposite way and describe negative 4 as being less than 3, and that is also true. Once we've done that, we can simply count the spaces or the distance between those 2 points and we'll find that there are a total of 7 spaces between those points. Again, our key is that our largest number is always to the right and our smallest number is always to the left. Let's look at one final example that can often be really tricky and get us confused, and that is when we work with two different negative numbers. Here we have the number -1 and -9, and oftentimes this can get us really confused for similar reasons as the last problem might have, and that is because our digits can kind of confuse us when we're describing the value. The digits of 1 and digits of 9 can sometimes get us confused about what those values are. But if you're using your number line, this is so simple because our larger number is always to the right-hand side and our smaller number is always to the left. So we can really easily know that -1 is greater than -9. We could also write that as -9 is less than -1. And to find the distance between our 2 points, all we have to do is count how many spaces are between those, and we'll see that we have 8 spaces between. The key to any inequalities is using our number line and remembering that our numbers on the right-hand side are always the larger number, and the number on the left-hand side is always the smaller number.